Yo, you're watching T-Man's Build.
Okay, now it's time to make the other pieces. And they are going to be made from just some 1" by 1" angle iron. This is 1/8" thick stuff. Not really no big deal. You could also use bed frame for this type of project also, if you had any. But what we're going to be doing is we're going to be building two pieces that kind of mirror each other. They're going to be 12 inches long on one side, 8 inches long on the other. And the one that's going to go up top, on the top portion of the wall, the angle iron is going to be made, now if we were to look at it, it would be going this way. So this lip, so we're going to have this type of thing. It's going to come up. We're going to have a 45-degree angle there, and then it's going to go across. Like that kind of. Then we're going to do just the opposite down here. Now the initial plan was to put two candles, two holders on the bottom and one in the middle. But I decided going in and looking at the wall that would probably be too much, so what we're going to do is just put one candle in the middle and one candle in the middle here. So we're coming up 4 inches. Well, no, technically the candle is going to be positioned at 4 inches, and the candle over here is going to be positioned at 6 inches. Yeah, so let me cut this stuff up and weld it together. Well, okay, got those done, and welded up and ground them down nice and smooth. Once I put a coat of paint on it, it'll look way better. And something I want to note here is that when I was cleaning these off, if you're using steel that's going to go internal, you know, inside the house or something, you want to take your metal and wire wheel the whole thing and get off that slag that is on most steel. Because over time, well, what this coating is it's a rust preventative type of stuff that they put on the steel. And if you don't take that off and then you paint it, that texture can show through the paint. And then over time, once dust collects on it, it really shows up. You can see that texture right through the steel. So you kind of want to keep that in mind. If you're building something externally for outside, yeah, it's not really that big of a deal. You can just paint right over it. Well, at least that's what I do. You know, I don't take the time to completely wire wheel off, you know, a project that's going to be outside. You know, I don't do that. But yeah, it makes the steel all nice and shiny, so when it comes to painting it, you won't have to worry about seeing that texture through the outside. You can see, oh, I have to do that side a little bit better. You can see it. I didn't take it all off with that side. This side, yeah, that's not too bad. Yeah, I might have to do it a little bit more. But now, what I'm going to do here is this is the bottom one, and this is the one that's going to go up on top. Now it's time to grab, well, once I clean those things up, my first plan was to put, now you saw how I made these in the other video. My first plan was to put two up on the longer pieces and then one right here. But I think what I'm going to do is just do a single one up here and a single one right here. When I put these on, I'm going to make sure that when the candle is in it, the candle is going to be in the center of the dimension of the piece. So instead of putting these in the center, we're going to drop it down by maybe, I don't know, 3/4 of an inch to an inch. Yeah, this one here, I'll probably have to notch out the steel a little bit to get it in there and then weld it. Let me get these all cleaned up some more and then weld these on. And yeah, I'll show you the finished product. Well, not the finish, but I'll have to paint it afterwards. Okay, guys, I got them all ground down, welded together, and painted. And this is what they look like. See? Pretty neat. I cut off the back portions. You know, they cut angles so they didn't look too sloppy. See how that works? See how that looks? Well, now another thing that I also went and did is I made 2 singles. Now these are made out of a piece of 1 inch by 1 inch square tubing, 0.095 wall thickness. They are 9 inches long. Both ends are cut at 45 degrees, and they're capped, welded, ground down to look all nice and pretty. And the paint that's on here is a hammered dark charcoal with a layer of flat black painted over the top of it too, so it would take away from the shininess. These are 2 singles, this one and that one. Alright, so I think we'll put 1 single there, another single there, 1 angle there, and an angle there. So let me put those up and see what that looks like. Okay, well, my camera gets a little temperamental sometimes when it comes to recording, so I decided to start taking pictures instead. Once I got it all hung up and put on the wall, lit the candles, and this is what it looks like when, well, the candles are lit here, but this is what it looks like with the flash. Then this is what it looks like when they're lit. Now, if my recording was working okay, I could have gotten a close-up shot of how matte color of the frames. Notice the frames of the pictures are about 1 inch wide, so that's why I went with 1 inch steel, because it kind of complements the frames themselves. I think it looks really nice. And you can see here there's a lot more of the wall that needs a little bit more TLC. But that's alright. I'm up for the task. Alright, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Please thumbs up the video, comment, tell me what you think of this. I have a bunch more stuff just like this coming out in the future. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe. And if you would like to be a contributor to this content, be an A-lister, please check out the links down in the description. And again, thanks for watching, guys.